What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we are looking at this one right here. And for those of you who don't know, this guy actually used to do like German reaction videos like how I'm doing right now, and he totally switched from German reactions actually doing the videos, like going to Germany, exploring different things, seeing different things, and actually making videos. But he started with reactions, so that's quite crazy, to be honest. Shout out to this guy right here. Link to James Bray in the description below, so go check him out if you're interested. But watch this first, guys. And yeah, without being said, like the video, guys, subscribe to the channel, and let's actually see what we got here.
So Hamburg, Germany is known for a lot of things, and one of the main things it's known for.
Oh, by the way, this is my first time on the Reeperbahn. Completely changed how I view Germany. All right.
Is its red light district.
Red light district as well. So this is going to be fun. Let's check it out, guys.
Otherwise known as the Reeperbahn. And I had the pleasure of checking it out thanks to a lot of you guys who recommended that I check it out in the first place. There's a few things that I saw and experienced on the Reeperbahn that completely changed my outlook on Germany. Part of these opinions and things that change might offend or trigger some people, so full warning before we get into this. Make sure you guys subscribe. I have a lot more videos coming from the Hamburg trip. People are asking me if I went to the Rathaus, if I went to the Speicherstadt, and a few other big places and stuff in Hamburg. Guys, absolutely. I went to all those places, and I have a ton of vlogs coming in the future. So make sure you guys subscribe so you guys are the first to see those videos when they drop. So let's start with my first impression of the Reeperbahn when I got there. Now, you guys basically kind of saw that in this last video. I was introduced to the street by a subscriber, and as we were walking down the street, everything was very shocking to me. I mean, you guys know that in American culture, the topic of intercourse or anything that is of a sexual nature, it's very taboo. So it's not something you see all over the place. But in Germany, even outside of the Reeperbahn, you saw a lot of stores and things related to that casually, just everywhere, kind of sprinkled across the city. And I thought that was pretty interesting, because that's not something I was used to at all. Now, another interesting thing is, as we were walking down the street, I did notice a heightened amount of people that possibly looked like they were partaking in some party activities, if you know what I mean, you know?
yeah, he's sick, right? He's sick. I'm also sick at the moment.
So there was that, and the street was a lot dirtier than the other streets and stuff. I think I could imagine why with all of what I just mentioned. There was a police station in the center of the Reeperbahn, like where all the stuff is going down. Now, a lot of you guys are probably like, okay, James, like, okay, it's bars, clubs, what else? Well, I mean, it is the hub of prostitution. So down that entire street, right, are various establishments where you can go in and pay to play, if you know what I mean. Pay to play, all up and down the street. There's one street in particular that I had a very interesting experience. I'll tell you guys.
Just a whole street of pay to play. Quite interesting. I've never actually been to a street like that, to be honest. So that, I don't know how that feels.
A bit later. It's called Herbertstrasse, and that's actually a street that women and children are not allowed to go on. Very interesting, because people were telling me this. They're like, hey, you should check out that street that women and children are not allowed on at all. Like, they are not allowed at all. They'll get completely kicked out. Only men. You have to be 18 and older to enter this area, and it's these two gigantic walls, right? You have the first wall, and right behind it is a second wall, and you walk through them kind of like a maze, and the second you enter the area, it's insane. So I'll tell you about that in a bit as well. Anyways, when I first got to...
you're not allowed to record in that area as well? Hopefully you can, because I want to check out what's on the other side of that.
The first thing we wanted to do was go to the St. Pauli Weihnachtsmarkt.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we're going to be walking up and down the Reeperbahn, looking at everything. There's the St. Pauli Weihnachtsmarkt, Pennymarkt, all the crazy little shop gimmicks and people, and then the Tanzturm, which is what starts off the Reeperbahn, bro. It's going to be really cool. I've heard a lot about it, and I've walked on it during the day, but I haven't really gotten to fully experience it at night yet. So we're going to go ahead and check that out.
That was absolutely incredible. We went there were so many people that were showing out. It's basically more or less a kinky Christmas market, right? So you have Santa Claus dressed up in like a ball and gag and stuff like that. There's a lot of different stands that sell various things, various items, from stands that sell eggplant shaped candles, if you know what I mean, to other stands that showed squishable eggplants and also the squishables. Anyways, it was crazy. I'm like, bro, what is this? There was a stage where they had a live performance and stuff, another stand where they had a lot of food, and I got to try one of the most delicious things I've ever eaten in my entire life.
Yeah, so I actually have like a steak cushion here, bro. First time. Normally they have like Leibkuchen, or like what's it, Leberkäse Brötchen or whatever, but it's a steak brötchen. I've never seen this before. Sauteed onions, steak, and a brötchen, bro.
Seems good.
It's
Must
really
taste
fucking
amazing.
good. God damn, look at this shit.
That thing must
Look at the
taste
bread.
amazing. No jokes, guys. Just by the looks of that,
Bro.
brother, come on.
See this God.
This is making me hungry. Come on, man. It's making me so
This is what I
hungry.
think of when I think of steak burgers or steak sandwiches. It's this shit right here, bro. Only on the Reeperbahn.
I'm a
Only in
big
the
fan of
Weihnachtsmarkt.
steaks. For those of you who don't
Only
know,
in
I
St.
love
Pauli.
steak.
Well. The St. Pauli Weihnachtsmarkt was super fucking cool. There's so much to see, bro, and so much like really kinky stuff, dude. Dick-shaped candles and boob stress balls and
Yeah,
stuff, and you know,
Stress
sex ornaments and a lot of delicious food. I actually had a steak burger that was, oh, dude, it's basically a steak sandwich. And they put an
Steak
actual
burger?
piece of
Never
steak
heard of that
in a
before.
sandwich with sauteed onions. So fucking good, bro. So we're about to go down the rest of the Reeperbahn and check this shit out. Like I said, I told you guys, man, I'm here, I'm gonna deliver. I love it out here so far. It's super dope. Everybody's drunk as fuck off of Glühwein or some other shit. And a lot of you guys have been recognizing me down here and stuff like that. So shout out to everybody that said hi to me and everything. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for welcoming me in your city. I appreciate you guys. We're about to go and check out the rest of the Reeperbahn and see what the hell we can get into. That's actually pretty nice. It's a nice little spot where people like to film and take pictures and stuff of themselves underneath this beautiful, very well decorated Christmassy area. In fact, there's a Christmas tree on the right-hand side, a little like light fixture on the top that says St. Pauli, which is really cool. Super, super sick, bro. I love it, man. I'm hyped. I'm in a party mood. Let's go, party people.
Hey.
So as I walked up and down the Reeperbahn, I was making Instagram posts telling everybody I was on the Keats doing my thing, and people were like, yo, be careful about filming because it is very dangerous over there. People might try to poke you up a little bit. And I was like, really? And I got a lot of messages about that, and I'm like, oh, okay, well, I was very careful, obviously, right? I'm like, okay, cool. But gradually, people kept telling me it was very dangerous. And I was like, can the Reeperbahn be that dangerous, bro? I
We were supposed to make a video here, but the penny mark was closed.
did
okay?
hear specifically about Herbertstrasse, right? And you go behind the wall and you film at all, bro? Well, let's just say you gonna get lit up. All right, now initially, when I think of Germany, right, I think of a very conservative, very lockdown culture, play by the rules kind of thing. It didn't feel like that when I was on the Reeperbahn. The Reeperbahn felt like a rift in the entire culture, a portal, you know? You hop through this portal and it was wild, bro, absolutely wild. I got to go to the Ritze, and you know, it's where Jesus hangs out.
It's a famous spot in Hamburg. It's a famous bar. Everybody was here, like Tyson, Muhammad Ali,
Really?
like the
Okay.
Klitschko's. Everybody was
That's
boxing.
crazy,
was boxing
bro.
here. Tupac Don was here.
So that's the hangout
A
spot.
bunch of the Einsatzsieben crew and stuff like that, and I was like, oh my God, this is really the Ritze, like that's crazy. I was scared to go inside, so I was just like, man, a whole lot of wild stuff. But I didn't understand the level of how free this area was. And it kind of, like I said, changed my entire outlook on Germany as a whole, because I thought for the most part, Germany was pretty conservative about certain things. Of course, not really nudity, but most things to an extent. And then I saw the Reeperbahn. A big question that crossed my mind
This Thursday,
is how are people okay with prostitution? Because I will say this, a lot of the people that were going inside those houses, those
Yeah, that is-
intercourse houses, were old men. Old. man, bro, like in their 50s and up, right? That were going in there and stuff, actually looking for something that looked like. And like I would see some of these same people at different spots, and I was like, oh my God. Now I know you guys are probably like, what were you doing over there? I wanted to see what everybody was talking about. Like there's this big pink building that says sex house, and I'm like, oh my, they just have it right out there, bro. And it's like 6 stories of just wild stuff, as you could imagine.
Wow, that's crazy.
I had
Honestly,
this image in my head that Germany was like incredibly safe. You know, obviously not nothing, but the likelihood of anything crazy happening would be slim. Until I went to the Reeperbahn and I got a bunch of messages from a lot of you guys saying, hey, be careful. It can get very dangerous at night when everybody's drinking and, you know, there's a lot of wild activities taking place. And I'm like, really? Over here? What? Really? Okay. So I was like, okay, well, obviously Germany is a very safe country.
Okay, to be honest, it is a bit obvious that it can get a bit nasty, like late at night, since everyone is drinking and, you know, prostitution, things like that. So let's see.
To America, but it definitely has its moments. You know what I'm saying? It has its moments. And you guys know me, I'm from Chicago, so it takes a lot for me to feel uncomfortable. I wasn't even uncomfortable. I was just kind of on alert for the first time because I was like, oh, something can happen here? Okay, well, shit. Like, let me just keep my guard up a little bit, I guess. I had an interesting comment in my YouTube comments that I read recently.
I'm from Hamburg, and while I like to see how much you enjoy the city, this video also makes me sad. Just one day after this video was published, I read the news that the Molotov, one of Hamburg's most important subculture music clubs, will be terminated next summer because at its place at the Reeperbahn, there will be a new luxury hotel that'll be built. Last summer, the ferry you took was also so overloaded, people who actually had to go to work with it were left behind. Hamburg is suffering badly from the over-tourism and the subculture even more. I don't say don't come to Hamburg for a visit, but always have in mind what tourism does to the city you visit. Elbphilharmonie or musicals aren't Hamburg, but the small clubs are. Don't be a Jack Wolfskin wearing German tourist and come to Hamburg only to visit the tourist places, but go to the small clubs and help the subculture out here survive.
And I respect that because actually one of the things that I did, I went live on my Instagram and I actually said, hey, if anybody wants to hang out, me and my friends are on the Reeperbahn. If you guys want to hang out with us, just come meet us up there. We'll party it up. So actually a lot of you guys took me to some really cool like underground bars. They were just like really chill bars. There was this one bar I went to, they had like a foosball table in there. I'm not sure if you guys call it a foosball table. We call it a foosball table, but I don't know what you guys call it. They had a foosball table, we were drinking, and then went to a different bar, and it was really chill, went to a club, and it was like, everybody was like super dope, very open, very free, very kind, and stuff like that. I loved it. It was a very good time. And it wasn't any of the main poppin' club that everybody was funneling into, because to be fair, they were very crowded. There was a line trailing outside of the building, so I was like, oh my God. But it was very interesting for me because everything is better at night there. Everything's better at night.
I mean, the lighting as well. So many different
There were so many people out. I had a great time. Now, this is the story that you're probably waiting on, and it's what is behind the wall. So, a friend and I did.
That's what I've been waiting for from the beginning. There we go.
It's like my friend's already been behind the wall before, and he's like, hey, but he went with his friends and stuff because he didn't know what was behind there. So he wanted to show me what was behind the wall. He's like, hey, listen, like you have to go up and down the street at least just one time on Herbertstrasse. So we go there, we enter the wall, and I'm telling you, dude, the Reeperbahn is loud. It's super loud. There's tons of people. Everyone's partying, drinking. Some people get very belligerent past a certain time because everybody by that point is already really drunk, and it's overwhelming. But the second you step through those walls, it's quiet. It's quiet, bro. It's not like you're entering a building, you're entering a street, and it's quiet. I was more shocked with how the setup was, because when you walked by, it was like each girl was in the window, sitting on like a high chair. You know those chairs that people sit in to get their hair cut at a barber shop? They were sitting in like one of those. And basically it was like watching like a bunch of OnlyFans models sitting.
I see what this place is. It's like, yeah, prostitutes sitting like through the windows, the men looking at them, and if they want, they can go in, have a play. Well, I see why women and children are not allowed through these walls.
In these big glass like boxes doing their hair or on their phones and kind of just waiting for people to come up and talk to them. And now if they saw somebody that caught their eye, they would open up a window and they would yell at them and stuff. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. There is this one section of the street that has like this, I think it's like a bar or something. I think it has to be a bar. That's what I was told. It's like a bar. And I think people go in there. I didn't go in there at all, but people go in there and stuff. They talk to some of the people that were in the windows, and then I guess they start talking pricing and all this other stuff. And then once they come to an agreement, they do their thing. One trick I heard is when you go to the bar, they'll talk to maybe one of the bartenders or whoever's serving you drinks, and they give you drinks, and they're free drinks until you refuse to make an agreement with one of the women and sleep with them and stuff like that. And apparently they charge you a ridiculous price for the free drinks that you were given, because they make it seem like the drinks are free, and they're like, oh, that'll be 300 euro bitte. Some crazy.
Yeah, then the woman just flips, and you know, you have to pay for the drinks. I see how it works.
Price, and if you refuse to pay, well, you better have a way to make it out of that thing alive, because good googly moogly. I was absolutely shocked with how quiet it was and the intensity that that area brought, because it was like stepping through an entirely different world. When I walked through those walls, and it was everybody observing everybody, you could tell which women that were there had work done a little bit and whatnot, because I mean, that's their profession and stuff. Some women in there looked nervous, I'm not gonna lie. Some looked like, you know, hey, just another day at the office and stuff like that, you know? And it was just crazy. I turn around, we walk back, and on the way out, one of the women in the glass like shouts out, she's like, oh, I think I know you. And like she points to my headband, and I was like, oh, we need to get out of here. And I peaced out. So it was a wild experience, dude. Wild experience. Like, and I guess I have a few questions. My first question is, how do you guys feel about the purchasing of intercourse in Germany? That's the most monetizable way I can say that. How do you guys feel about like that?
I want you guys to let me know as well. How does it feel like? Let me know, guys.
That street in general, because that street is very intense. I liked it. I had a good time. What would you recommend for anybody visiting the Reeperbahn for the first time, or even another time? Like, there's so many other things I think I could have done in that night, but we only had basically a night to do that because we were all over the place. It's a crazy street. Also, I did hear that there's still like pimps and stuff like that, which made me wonder, like, there's not corporations running these like prostitution rings, like what's going on? I had a lot of questions. I don't know how it really works or anything. I just know what I was told as I was shown these places. So fill me in the comments down below. Absolutely wild. I'm sorry I didn't have more footage, but we didn't want to get wrapped up in any wild shit. I'll talk to you soon. Peace.
Wow, guys. So there you go. That was like the red light district in Germany sort of a video. And that, to be honest, was pretty interesting, I must say. Let me know, guys. Have you ever been to this place before in Germany, or like even heard about it? Let me know anything you do know about this place in Germany in the comments below. I would love to hear your experience, your thoughts on it. And yeah, guys, that is about it for this video. Thank you for watching. If you do have any other video suggestions, drop them down in the comments below, or even better, I would prefer if you send them on Discord. Discord link is in the description below, guys. And yeah, thanks for watching. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, guys, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace out.